Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of All the Mods 7. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a fantastic day. Today I think is going to be a little bit more of a buildy episode. Last episode we kind of got into mystical agriculture a little bit. And we have this setup here that is producing quartz essence for us, so we can make nether quartz. But it's not much to look at. And I want to transform this room, we have this large space, into essentially, I'm thinking 6 spots for these phytogenic insulator setups. So we could basically be growing up to 6 things at one time. So that's kind of my plan, and then that would be with 4 of these machines each. So we'd have, yeah. So I'm thinking 6 of those, but obviously I don't want to just have them sitting in the middle of the room. I want to actually build the room and make it look pretty and stuff. And then the other thing too is, well, it's night right now, and this is my bedroom. It's very spacious, but yeah, I want to deal with that as well and make a proper actual bedroom where my bed will be instead of just kind of having it sitting in my storage room. So yeah, that's the plan for today. I think first I want to tackle this room. So let me start I don't really have a plan for this for the most part, other than the fact that I want to have 6 sort of slots. So let me just do some work on it and see what I can come up with. After messing around for a while, this is kind of what I've decided on. Now, it's not finished. The floor is going to change, and we're going to have a proper sort of ceiling in here. But I wanted to go with this very sort of rustic, earthy sort of vibe, because this is essentially going to be our greenhouse. This is where we're going to be growing all sorts of different crops and stuff like that. So I figured this is probably the place to do it. Now, I did run a refined storage cable over here because it's going to make things a lot more, it's just going to make everything easier, honestly. And I think what I want to do is set up a couple of these little modules, and we'll do it in such a way to make this sort of smart, if you will. So let's grab a power cell and a sink. And then from here, we'll take these universal cables, and I like these because they are essentially power and all the other stuff all in one, which is just super, super useful. So this can be a power and a water line for us, which is just awesome. Also, I want to make more universal pipes. Here we go. They're kind of a pain to make, as you can see, but it will do, at least for now. So we can just run this all the way along here, and then we'll take our phytogenic insulators and plop them down. Actually, before I do that, I should configure these. There we go. Pipe wrench. So we will shift click, and then right-click to put in the upgrades, like so. Okay, there we go. Now those are configured. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is kind of the front that you'll see, and I have 4 more here that aren't really ready to go. These aren't actually configured. They don't have any upgrades or anything like that. But you can see they are filling up with power, and as soon as I tell them that input is from the bottom, they will start filling up with water as well, which is great, because that's what we want. Now, I don't actually, in my original setup from last episode, I was also running the seeds in here as well, but I don't actually want to do that in this case, because I want these seeds to be kind of on their own. I want 1 chest or whatever to cover 4 of these machines. I don't want 1 chest to cover all of them. So what we will do, and this is kind of where the refined storage cables come in, is we're actually just going to come in here, and I'm just going to grab a regular old vanilla chest, and we'll just go 1, 2, and 3. I mean, in this case, it'll be here. Then we're going to grab the pipe, and we're going to shift right click to make sure that those are not connected. And then we will grab universal pipes like so. Oh. And like this. Or not universal. These are item pipes. These are specifically for items. And I do have a whole bunch of them. And we'll do the same like that. Get rid of this connection. And then these will say input from the top. As well as the bottom. Because we want them to get water from the bottom. And then seeds from the top. So it'll work basically like this. Also, these all need to be input from the top as well. Okay, so that's all good. And then last but not least, we want these to output to the back. And they can all output using the same transfer line. That will be perfectly fine. So, ooh, I just realized, though, that's actually not going to be great. Because I want that, this cable needs to run along here, too. Let me tweak a couple things. Okay, I think I got it figured out back here. So, this is what we're looking at. We have our sink, which is our water, and our power cell hooked up to this line. Then I actually just brought this cable over this direction one block so that we could set up our chests like so, and they will run along. And then all we need to do is grab some exporters, which it appears I do not really have any more of. So let's just make a couple real quick. I just need 5 should be fine. That way we have a total of 6. Okay. And then we will run one of these guys into this chest right here. We'll give it a couple of speed upgrades. Just like so. And then we'll say, I want you to export nether quartz seeds. And then when we put our nether quartz seeds in here, you will see they are exported like so. They're sent into this chest, and then this item pipe sucks them out and distributes them evenly between these 4 machines. And then once they're all done, they will spit out the finished item to this top line, which goes all the way down and goes into this ender chest that goes back into our system. So that's essentially the way that this is going to work, and I think that should work out pretty well. And then all we need to do is, if I want to change this, say I want this one to be wheat, for example, we just grab some wheat seeds. We break this, put our exporter down, go like so, and say, hey, I want you to export wheat seeds. Oh, and we also need upgrades. So we toss one of those in and say round robin. And now these guys are making wheat for us, which should work pretty well. Now very slowly because they don't have the augmentations in them, which also means they're using way less power. These ones are using 100 RF per tick, but we'll get a bunch of those augments in a while. That's the least of my concerns right now. Ultimately, this is the plan. So this is now going to fill up with wheat, and, you know, it'll work just fine. So, yeah, let me get the rest of the machines in, and let me get the rest of this room all designed and looking good. All right, there we go. I think it is all done, and I like the way it turned out. It's very sort of vanilla, but then we've got these random machines in here. So yeah, everything is set up. It's good to go. The only thing I would actually have to do is, you know, choose what seeds to grow. Which admittedly it's not super easy to get to because I decided to put cables here and here. So what I guess what I'd have to do is break a hole in the ceiling and fly over. But yeah, basically it would just be a matter of going here and saying, okay, you're going to make me potatoes or like whatever crop I decide to grow. And that's basically all I would have to do. And then they will just automatically start making them. So pretty good. One thing that I think would be great would be netherite seeds. These are kind of a pain honestly. And or netherite is kind of a pain, and we do need it for a lot of stuff. So I think this would probably be worth doing. Let's just grab some of this, and let's real quick make some netherite seeds. And we'll just put down our infusion thingamadoodle. Also, I learned last episode that doesn't make any difference what order you put the stuff in. I know when you look at the recipe, it says it should go like this, but I can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and I need a button. Oh, I guess one didn't go. There we go. There. And you'll see it still infuses just fine. Doesn't matter what order you put them on the pedestals. They will still do their thing, and bada bing, bada boom, we now have netherite seeds. So, I think I would like to actually start growing these. And we're just going to put this here. We'll say, I want you to export netherite seeds. And then we'll just toss this guy in here and let it start making us netherite essence. And in theory, that should work just fine. And honestly, you actually get, it only takes 8 essence to make a single netherite ingot. With the full augment, with maxed out on these flux linkage amplifiers to max out the speed, it takes about 15 seconds to do an operation. Which means I will basically be getting 1 netherite ingot every 2 minutes, give or take, and that's just with 1 seed. So once we upgrade this, and I'm basically going to use the first however many ingots to make 3 more seeds at least. Probably, I'll probably make 8 total, so there's no delay at all. But then, I mean, we're going to basically we'll essentially be producing 1 netherite ingot every 30 seconds. So that's great. That will absolutely help us out, because there's a lot of crafting recipes that require netherite ingots. But yeah, good stuff. I'm just going to leave this here for now. This is not going to be the permanent place. We're going to make a room specifically for infusion crafting, but this can stay here for now. Next on the list, I think, is a proper bedroom, because as much as I love sleeping in my spacious storage room, I really would like somewhere a little bit nicer to sleep. So, where should we make that? Oh, that is the question. I don't think we want to make it attached to any of these. I think what we'll actually just do is probably just make it, like, straight ahead, just right here. Just have it essentially right in front of us and call it good. That seems to be sensible to me. Okay, so small progress update. I now do have 4 netherite seeds that are doing their thing. So we'll be slowly accumulating netherite. Wow, we've actually already got quite a bit there. Enough for 7 more ingots just in a couple minutes. Anyway, so that's going great. And then over here, I think this is, as I said, I'm going to put the bedroom over here. And I think this is about the size I want to go for. I don't want anything super ridiculously large. And it's actually going to end up being a little bit smaller than this, because the walls are going to kind of come in a little bit. But I'm kind of envisioning maybe like a carpeted floor. And there's some interesting there's some cool blocks that we can take advantage of with that. If we go into the shepherd's table here, you'll see there's all sorts of kind of unique wool blocks that could be pretty cool. Maybe, man, it's so hard to see what they actually look like with the with white, because it all kind of blends together. Let's see if maybe we can find. Here we go. I kind of like that first one, actually. This one right here. That might work. And we can always change them to a different one if we prefer. What is this? It's almost like a... I don't know. What do we think of that? I think that works. That's not bad. We don't have nearly enough wool. But I kind of like the look of that. That could be cool. Now, it's white, which isn't necessarily ideal. I may want to change that up. Maybe we'll end up going with like a... Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think about it a little bit. But there's options. Lots of cool stuff. I'm thinking carpeted floor for sure. Then we'll probably have some bookshelves in the side walls, bed in the middle, and maybe some other furniture. We do have, I think, the crayfish furniture mod here. So there's like chairs and desks and stuff like that that maybe we can put in. I don't know. I'll have to mess around a bit. All right, my friends, I'm making some progress, I think, and I like how it's coming together so far. I've gone with these canopy tree logs that we found a couple episodes ago in the Twilight Forest and Twilight Oak planks, which they're not quite oak, but they're not quite spruce. They're kind of somewhere in between. I kind of like them. And then over here, we've got ebony bookshelves using ebony wood, which I think looks pretty good. However, I do want to add a little bit of ebony wood up along here, I think. Probably leave that side alone. So it would just kind of wrap around this bit and sort of frame out the ceiling. Although maybe, yeah, actually this is fine. We can get it all the way around like that. And I think that'll look perfectly okay. Okay, so as for the ceiling, I think I want to go with smooth quartz, actually. I think that'll look pretty nice. So let's just get that in here, like so. It'll be a little bit lighter than this daub, which, by the way, looks amazing and combines quite well with this Waddlum daub. So we can almost make like a little, I forget the name of this. My brain is failing. I know the term, but my brain is failing me right now. It's fine. Anyway, so let's go ahead. Am I already out of smooth quartz? That was... Really? Oh, no. I had more. Okay. Never mind. I was like, what's going on? However, I think Restriction, none. There we go. And... beautiful. Okay, so now we have this nice kind of white, bright ceiling. Do I have another, what is it? From Hexerai. It's not, I want to call it a chandelier, but it's not a chandelier. It's something different. And I forget what. Oh, here we go. Candelabra. That's what it is. Do I have another one of these? I have a couple of these, actually. Okay, awesome. So let's actually just grab a chain. The center of the room is right there. And we'll just hang a single candelabra. Ooh. That's pretty low. I think we might actually want to go and just hang it right on the ceiling like that. That seems a little... goofy, though. I don't know. That's actually kind of tough. Because, like, I feel like it should be hanging. But then I also feel like that's too low. Like, I wish you could put it, like, right in the middle. So maybe we don't use a candelabra. Maybe we just go with some other type of lighting. I mean, I am going to want a carpet in here for sure. So let's dump all of this, grab some wool. I feel like, given that I'm going with a red bed, I feel like a white carpet would be good. Or maybe like gray. Do I have any gray dye? I have a little bit, but not a lot. Do I have any squid ink? Again, a little bit, but not a lot. But that should be enough, because this doesn't need to be a super big carpet. So let's make some white dye. Then we'll combine it with... oh, that's right. First, you must become dye. There we go. We'll make it like so. And do we want to go gray or light gray carpet? I feel like gray would be better. So let's do this, and then let's turn half of this into carpets. And, of course, grab a little bit of glowstone to hide underneath said carpets. So we'll say carpet's going to be basically this like center of the room. So I'm going to put a glowstone here, and that should really help sort of light up the room. And then we'll say the carpet's basically going to be like this. That's going to be kind of the shape. But let's throw like a little crinkle into it, just to make it a little more interesting. And then maybe another one here. Another little crinkle right there. And then let's maybe give it a little bit more of a circular shape. Let's say here. And then these bits will be on top. Something like that. Does that look okay? It's alright. I don't love it, though. It feels too big. I think we want to get rid of this part. Like these side bits, I feel like, are just too much. So let's bring it back to this, which then also means we should make it a little bit smaller like so. Actually, what we probably should do is just put the bed on top of the carpet. That would probably look better. It doesn't really fill up this space in the middle of the room, but like, that's all right. So that means we need gray wool, like so. And then right here, I think, will be the farthest one. So we'll go like that, and then let's maybe say we'll still have our little crinkle like this, but it'll be like that instead. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so now we still got to figure out how to fill up the center of the room, although we don't actually have to. We could just leave it be. How's it look? If you come in, yeah, there's a lot of space. It's very, like, empty. You know what it needs is some plants. We need some bushes or something along those lines. Let's see. Do we have flower pots? I do have a couple. Good. So we actually have a flowering azalea here, which is lovely. And I should have a couple more of these tables. Let's put one here. And let's just go like that. Give ourselves a little bit of a plant. And then maybe we'll put another one down here in the corner. So a couple of those. And then I think maybe that's good. That's probably good enough. Maybe, we'll add more to it later in the future. But I think for the time being, I am fairly happy with the way that this looks. It's obviously a large improvement over sleeping in my storage room. Speaking of which, goodbye, storage room bed. I don't need you anymore. I'm switching to a red bed. Oh, and it looks like it's actually sunset. Cool. So we'll sleep in our bed. Beautiful. Actually, one thing, is there a sofa? There are totally sofas. How can I make these? That might actually be doable. I might have enough. Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. Here we go. Give me one of these. Just one. And let's put that here. Or maybe we have it facing that way. Do I like that better? Kind of? Not really? Like, I don't know. It's something, at least. Or, actually, and it will help us fill the center of the room. Let's actually put it right there. Sort of facing this dresser. And then let's make a couple paintings. Oh, just kidding. We don't need to make any. I have a ton of them. Beautiful. Let's see. I would like a little... Ooh, and we have modded paintings. Okay, cool. I would like a single painting right here above my bed. Just one. And then let's put another one here and here. Those are a little too similar. I'll keep the modded one. Sure. We'll go with those two. And that'll just add a bit to the room and make it look a little nicer. Yeah. I think this is good. I'm happy with this. This seems like a significant upgrade to our bedroom and also to our agriculture production. Speaking of which, we now have enough. Let's see how many netherite ingots we can make. We have made over a stack of netherite ingots. We now have 9 blocks of netherite just in the time it took me to build the bedroom. Not too shabby. Guys, I think that is going to do it for today's episode. I'm going to call it here. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.